So now we are going to study about the development of bladder. In previous video I forgot to tell you about the at what time the kidneys produced urine. Kidneys start producing urine in the 12th week. Urine's production is started, okay, and no waste products are removed out of the fetus or the baby because he does not need it to do, because waste products are excreted and eliminated by the placenta. Now let us study about the bladder and urethra formation, how they are produced and formed. And I told you in my previous video that this was the yolk sac, and this was the vitelline duct forming the primitive gut. From the primitive gut, the last part of the hindgut is cloaca, forming a urogenital sinus, and this urogenital sinus has connection with the future umbilicus. Okay, we have got this urogenital sinus. In between the urogenital sinus and cloaca, there will be a mesodermal septum production, that is known as the urorectal septum. Because cloaca and urogenital sinus will be separated due to this septum, cloaca will be forming rectum and anal canal, and over urogenital sinus will be forming bladder urethra. Okay, here posteriorly we know that posteriorly there was the mesoderm forming the duct, mesonephric duct, that this mesonephric duct was opening into the urogenital sinus. And here before opening into the urogenital sinus, there was a outgrowth that was known as the uterine bud. Now let us see it in our broad view. Okay, so this is the urogenital sinus. It has connection. It is endodermal region. It has endodermal region over urogenital sinus. I have divided the urogenital sinus into three parts: upper 1/3, middle 1/3, and lower 1/3. So upper 1/3 is the most broad part, and it will be forming bladder. Bladder will be formed from the upper 1/3 part, and the middle 1/3 part is named as the pelvic region, pelvic part of the urogenital sinus. This pelvic part of the urogenital sinus in males will be forming membranous and prostatic part of the urethra, membranous and prostatic urethra, and in females it will be forming the whole urethra. And because in female urethra is only 4 centimeter, after that the lowest part is known as the phallic part. Phallic part of the urogenital sinus, phallic part of urogenital sinus will be forming in males and female separate structures. In males it will be forming most of the penile urethra. Okay, we know that the urethra had membranous and prostatic and penile urethra. So penile urethra will be forming from the phallic region or the lowest 1/3 region of the urogenital sinus, and in females the lowest part of the urogenital sinus will be forming the vestibule of urethra. Okay, now let us discuss about an important point, that is how the trigone of the bladder and ureters are inserted into the bladder. Let us view it from posterior. This is the bladder or the urogenital sinus. This is the urogenital sinus. Okay, and this is the metanephric ducts opening into the urogenital sinus, and these are the outgrowths, uterine buds from the mesonephric ducts. And because the bladder is forming very rapidly, okay, so if it is here, it is proliferating like this, it will be moved downward, and they will get separate openings into the bladder like this. It will be incorporated into like this. These are the ureteric bud having separate opening into the bladder. These will be ureteric bud will be forming ureters, and they are separately opening into the bladder, posterior wall of the bladder. Okay, and these mesonephrons will be incorporated into the bladder, forming the trigone, because bladder is forming is proliferating very rapidly, growing very rapidly, and it will be moving the mesonephric ducts into it, and the trigone will be formed. So trigone first has mesodermal region and is lined by the mesoderm, but mesoderm and the mesenchyme of the is endodermal region, but later on this all part, this mesodermal mesenchyme will be changed into the endodermal epithelium, and the whole bladder will be lined by the endodermal epithelium. So let us discuss about important point is that the epithelial layer of bladder and urethra has endodermal region. Okay, we know that innermost is epithelial layer. After that we have other layers. Okay, muscular layer. And so the muscles from which part, from which mesoderm, from which germ layer the muscles will be formed, muscles of the bladder, that is called detrusor muscles. Okay, muscles will be formed from the symplanchnic plate mesoderm. All muscles of the body are formed from symplanchnic plate mesoderm. Okay, except one muscle, that is the pupillary muscle of the eye, that is from that have ectodermal region. Pupillary muscle have ectodermal region. Our pupillary muscle have ectodermal origin. You can write it somewhere that pupillary muscle have ectodermal origin. All other muscles of the body have origin from the symplanchnic plate mesoderm. Okay, so now what is remaining is and please keep in mind that the trigone is formed from by the incorporation of the mesonephric ducts into the posterior wall of the bladder, and ureter will have separate opening into the bladder, as both are separated due to the proliferation of bladder. That's all about development of bladder and urethra. Let us discuss about some different congenital diseases that may develop from this part, bladder, because we know that the bladder was having connection to the umbilicus by means of this urachus. Okay, urachus joining the bladder to the umbilicus, but if it remains open even after birth, it does not obliterate, so the urine may pass from the bladder into the at the umbilicus. Okay, so this is called fistula. That is called fistula. But which fistula? It is called urachal fistula. This was urachus. So this one, urachal fistula. And if it is obliterated, from here it is obliterated, proximal part where it is connecting to the bladder is obliterated, but this part remains open, so this one is named as urachal sinus. And if proximal and distal parts are completely obliterated, but in the center there is a bulge, then it is called urachal cyst. Okay, and that is all about development of bladder and urethra, and we have completed our development of urinary bladder. I hope you have understood it very well, and in case you have any confusion, you can ask me in my comments, and inshallah near future I will be uploading the development of of GI system, digestive system. So stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, because I will be uploading different educational videos. Thank you so much.